Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel Mathematical Lens by Namita. In this video, we are going to see more on the decimal system, the decimal and the disasters in the measurement of decimals. Some examples of the decimal disasters. Like decimal point and unit conversion mistakes, they may be sometimes, they look minor, maybe they look minor, but they can lead to serious problems. So here are some examples of the real life examples of some issues occurred in the past. So let us see those examples. Like in 2013, the Finance Office of Amsterdam City Council, that is Netherlands, they sent out 188 euro 188 million euros in housing benefits instead of 1.8 million due to some programming error. Okay, so 1 euro is 1 upon 100th euro. Okay, 1 euro cent is 1 upon 100th euro. So in payment was processed in euro cents instead of euros. Such a huge error, right? Then another example is a decimal error, like it caused a disaster of Air Canada Boeing 767 in 1983. What happened? The ground staff miscalculated the fuel and they loaded 22,300 pounds instead of kilograms, right? Now, 1 pound is almost 0.453 kg, that is like half kg. Okay, so this is almost half. Instead of kilogram, they loaded pound. So you can say that they loaded only half the fuel required. So the plane ran out of fuel in the midair, right? So the pilot was forced to do emergency landing, right, at some abundant airfield. Though it was fortunate that everyone survived, but that small mistake, which may look very small, this decimal error, can lead to big incidences. So several incidents have occurred due to incorrect reading of decimal numbers while giving medication. This is again very important. It is a life and death situation in medication. Like for example, like instead of reading 0.05 mg, if 0.5 means 0.50, which is 10 times more than. Okay. So if the medicine is given 10 times more than required, you can imagine what can happen, right? So it is very important to pay attention to the units and the location of the decimal point. Otherwise, it can lead to big disasters. Now, there is another very important concept, deceptive decimal notation, right? So there are some places where non-decimals, they are represented decimal-like. They are not actually decimal, but they are represented decimal-like. So let us try to see some examples. Now, Sarayu gets a message. The bus will reach the station 4.5 hours. Okay, post noon. So when will the bus reach? Will it reach at 4:05 p.m. or 4:50 p.m. or 4:25 p.m., right? So the answer is none of these. You'll wonder, what is 0.5 hours? 0.5 of an hour means the hour is divided into 10 equal parts, taking 5 parts out of it. Means each part will be 6 minutes. So 60 minutes of 10 long, that is 5 such part makes 30 minutes. Means actually the bus will reach the station at 4:30 and we misinterpreted it in 3 different ways: 4:05, 4:50, 4:25. So actually you should, this is a decimal point. How you should, this is decimal point. 0.5 means half. Half of an hour means 30 minutes. So 4:30 is the time. So here is another short story of a decimal mishap. So a girl, measures the width of an opening door, right? She measured it as 2 feet 5 inches. But what she conveys to the carpenter, she says, make a 2.5 feet wide door. What was the width? 2 feet 5 inches. Right now, 1 feet is 12 inches. So 0.5 feet will be 6 inches, right? Now, what happened? The carpenter made according to this measurement given by her, 2.5 feet wide. But actually, he knows the fact. So what he did 2 feet 6 inches. So what happened? The close, it wouldn't close fully. The door was not closing fully. Then they started the argument. I said the door width should be 2.5 feet. So he says, yes, it is 2.5 feet. You can verify. Right? So this is a short story of a decimal mishap. So you should be very careful while using non-decimal as decimal numbers. Another interesting example of cricket, right? Now, here also it looks like decimal, like overs left. It is written as 5.5 overs left. So does it mean 5 overs and 5 balls, or it means 5 overs and 3 balls? Okay, because 1 over means 6 balls. So half of it will be 3 balls. So what does it mean? Now here 5.5 over means 5 and 5 out of 6 overs. Means 1 over 6 ball. That is 5 over and 5 balls. Here it doesn't mean 5 over and 3 balls. Okay. So here again a decimal number is used. A non-decimal number is used in the decimal form, but the meaning is different. So you need to be very careful. So here they have asked, where else can we see such non-decimals with a decimal-like notation? So it is also used in degrees, like degrees. Suppose we write 45 degree 30 minutes. This symbol is of minutes, 45 degree 30 minutes. Now 1 degree is 60 minutes. So 0.5 degree will be 30. Okay, so this 45 degree 30 minutes can also be written as 45.5 degrees. Both are same in this case. Right, so this is a non-decimal number, but it is represented in a decimal form. So this is an example. So very interesting facts were shared in that, so that you are careful in your future or wherever you see such decimal numbers. Now let us see a pinch of history, decimal notation over time. How did we get these decimal fractions? So decimal fractions, why they are known as fractions? Because the denominators, they are like fractions, 1 upon 10, 1 upon 100, 1 upon 1000 and so on. So they are used in the works of a number of ancient astronomers and mathematicians, including in the important 8th century of Sridharacharya on arithmetic and algebra. Decimal notation is essentially its modern form. So what we see is now the modern form of it, but it was described in detail in the Kitab al-Fuzul fi al-Hisab al-Hind. That is a book of chapters on Indian arithmetic. It was written by Abul Hasan al-Qadisi, who was an Arab mathematician, right? So he represented the number, this is around 950 CE. The number 0.059375 as 0, you can see a mark over here, vertical mark over here. So this separates, this is the whole part and the remaining is the decimal part, right? This is the way it was denoted earlier. So in 15th century, to separate the whole numbers from the fractional parts, there were different notations used. Like one is the, just now we saw the vertical mark. To separate, there was a vertical mark here shown to separate the whole part and the fractional part. Then sometimes different colors were used, right? Then another way was of a numerical superscript. Superscript, now what does this superscript mean? Fractional decimal places. Like if it is 0.36, it would be written as 36 and there is a superscript 2. 2 means this is after decimal point 2 places. Okay, that is 100th. Right, so these are the different ways in which the decimals were represented in ancient times before the decimal point. Now in 16th century, John Napier, he was a Scottish mathematician, and Christopher Clavius, a German mathematician, they used the point or the period like this decimal point to separate the whole number and the fractional point. But a French mathematician, Francois Veytin, he used comma instead of the decimal point. So currently in several countries also they use comma to separate the integer and the fractional part. Like it is written like this 1000.5, it will be written as 1, then there is a space, 3 zeros and comma and 5. So here this comma means the decimal point, right? It's space as a 1000 separator. Why is this space given? For the comma which we use normally for differentiating the decimal places, the whole part places, place values. That is, this is ones unit, this is thousands place. So there a space is provided, and for the fractional part they put a comma. But actually in real life the most popular is the decimal point, which is easy and no complications, no confusions will be there if we use a decimal point. No comma confusion or any other confusion. Right, so most of the countries nowadays they use the decimal point. Okay, so in this video we learned a little bit about the history of decimal and deceptive decimal notation, and also the disasters which a little error in decimal can make. Okay, so we will continue with this chapter in the next video. Thank you.